I'm Vanessa Tyler. Welcome to What's Eating Harlem, where we cover the most exciting community in the world. There is so much going on here in Harlem. Let's get started. Harlem's newest restaurant, Blue Jean, has it all. The celebrity chef, the incredible food, the sophisticated crowd. We had two chefs making it happen. You've got to see what they cooked up on this special night in Harlem. One look and you know they must live in Harlem. It's a certain style. Check out who our Selena Hill is spotlighting in Harlem style. Sing, baby, sing. No one can belt it out like Vi's kids. Vi Higginson's Gospel for Teens Choir Reunion. They had the floor shaking. All of that and more on this edition of What's Eating Harlem.
Closed captioning supported by Chocolat Restaurant Lounge, 2223 Frederick Douglass Boulevard, Harlem. Everyone meets at the bar at Chocolat. Late night weekend dining too. Chocolat Restaurant Lounge. What's Eating Harlem, funded in part by Cove Lounge. Situated in the heart of Harlem, it embodies the spirit and vitality of its community, delivering a unique blend of cool sophistication and urban edge.
Urbani, barbecue sauce, chili sauce, mustard, infused with their pure truffles. All the way from Italy to New York to your grill, just in time for summer. Urbani, maker of the world's truffles, is a proud supporter of What's Eating Harlem. If you can't stand the heat,
and that salad dressing that we made, the basil one, let's get that ready to go.
please get out of this kitchen, because this night at Harlem's latest must-go-to spot to dine, Blue Jean, located at 2143 Frederick Douglass Boulevard at 115th Street, there's not one superstar chef, but two.
I got a little that parsnip puree I was telling you about.
Nice.
So I got some spices in there, a little this, a little that. I'm gonna put a little cream in it, just lighten it up a bit. Yeah.
Tastes like mama's.
That's Chef Max, Maxell Hardy. He is in the house Chef Lance Noling built, Harlem's elegant yet down-home restaurant, Blue Jean.
Blue Jean is a fictional name that I gave to some of the more inspirational ladies in my life. My mother, my mother-in-law, those aunts, people that we grew up watching. So I named it Blue Jean.
These women were his inspiration. They cooked, but were also hot in the kitchen.
They weren't tired old women in the kitchen. You know, they were young, vibrant, and I wanted to get back to that, you know, because that's really where that family inspiration comes from. We have this picture of sort of grandma, you know, and she's hot and baking biscuits in the kitchen. That's what we think of Southern food or soul food. We don't think about grandma when she was 25 or 26 or 27, you know, so that's what this restaurant is.
It's a lot going on tonight. Blue Jean is hosting its first ever Black Chef Series. Real cool idea, have a guest chef in to cook alongside Chef Lance.
It's fun to get in here, have some fun, and just feed off each other energy. And just, you know, today we started our day at 8 o'clock this morning, shopping together. I'm starting with the first two courses. So I'm with a pork belly, a polenta cake, kind of give you a little Asian, Southern soul meat. This is the second course, this is intermezzo. A little summer gazpacho, topped with a little herb oil, a Caribbean confit. So we just a roller coaster of flavors and just taking you on a flight, if you will.
Chef Max probably looks familiar because he was recently on Food Network's Chopped. He also just co-authored a cookbook with Amari Stoudemire of the Knicks. Chef Max cooks for ballers and bosses, and to think, he started it all washing dishes at Ruby Tuesday.
You know, I knew I wanted to be a personal chef. Everyone always say, you know, oh, you're a cook over here. No, I'm really a chef. You know, and when I walk down the street with a chef jacket on, it means something. You know, for so many people, it means just cooking. But, you know, if you're a real chef, it has a different passion behind it, different love, and different, you know, one, you have to go to school, you know, to graduate to become a chef. You have to perfect your skills. So you just can't just walk into a place one day and say, I'm a chef. You know, it takes a little more than that.
And by the way, his chef jackets, this one with the leather sleeves, he designs himself. Those lucky enough to be here will benefit from the passion of both A-list chefs. Bringing in a different guest chef each Monday night during the summer is what Chef Lance envisioned when he recently launched Blue Jean, opening his kitchen so we can enjoy a little friendly culinary competition.
We have chefs from DC, you know, Baltimore, Florida, you know, so people here will get a little bit of that, and I like the idea of them doing that at Blue Jean.
Chef Lance is working on the main dish. He's originally from Kansas City, arguably the best place on the planet for barbecue.
We have barbecue sauce in our veins, that's what we say.
Chef Lance has also been at the center of very high-end kitchens, places like the Four Seasons, but he received his most press as one of the chefs for the wedding of Chelsea Clinton.
It was an incredible event. I was glad to be a part of it.
Now he's in the place he longed to be, in Harlem.
So it's one of those dreams where if you could open a restaurant, where would it be? It would be right here.
As guests waited for the several courses, they munched on tacos.
I'm doing an ahi tuna with a wonton shell. And I'm gonna top with a little spicy ponzu, and then top with some microgreens.
Sounds awesome.
Also awesome, the mixologist created cocktails. Guests
you
paid
jump
a
in.
flat $65, and portions went to help those who don't eat as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Absolutely. Enjoy.
When people talk about Harlem, and I get it, and you know, New Harlem is very exciting. But the underbelly of New Harlem is that there are so many families who are in fact struggling to continue to afford to live in this neighborhood where many of them were born. Many of them are seniors. But we are also a resident of Harlem. Our soup kitchen, which is right across the street, serves over 1 million meals to the Harlem community. So to have this support and recognition by the culinary community of Harlem means so very much to us.
All right, let's do it.
There's the polenta and the pork bellies on the side, part of the appetizers that Chef Max made incredible. Chef Max also prepared the gazpacho with salted cod confit. The entree was all Chef Lance. His years of French culinary training with his roots in Southern Soul is why he calls his dishes creative comfort food. Chili rub petite sirloin, braised short rib pastry, baby collards, parsnip puree, all heaven. Everyone was pleased, right down to the chef's duo dessert of summer apple fritters in a toffee sauce with the chocolate mousse-like pudding on the side. Twin sisters Karen and Sharon Mackey make it a point to check out many of Harlem's newest restaurants. Blue Jean now tops the list.
What's Eating Harlem wants to get you involved. You got a story idea? Tell us. Go to our website, what'seatingharlem.com. There you can become a member and get discounts to some of the places we feature. Remember to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
I'm Selena Hill, and this is Harlem Style. Michael McMurphy has made waves in the 1980s as half of the pioneering synth-pop duo, The System. As the lead singer, he helped The System rise to international stardom through chart-topping pop and R&B hits like Don't Disturb This Groove and You Are In My System.
Oh baby, you
forward to 2015, and Mick Murphy is still making a splash through his revolutionary music and funky and unique style. Today, I'm here at the Cecil in Harlem, and I'll speak to him about his Harlem style.
I love British fashion a lot, and summer is really difficult for me because I like suits. So it's a little bit of it takes a lot of thinking to put together the right outfit in summer for me. I have an uncle named Freddie who, when I was a child, lived at our house, and I used to watch him get dressed and the routine of laying out the pants and ironing the slacks and the shoes and the socks that match. So for me, style is really, when you get dressed, you're really putting on your attitude. You're really letting what's inside of you come out. Harlem fashion is rebellious. Harlem fashion is always on the edge, especially new fashion coming up. It's very edgy. At the time I grew up, men always wore suits and they always had a hat on, and ladies always wore hats. So that kind of influences my feeling of being dressed up. When you're dressed up, somehow I feel like you need the suit, the jacket, and the properly pressed shirt. I grew up loving rock. I mean, as a child, I used to go to my mother used to take me to the Apollo when I was 5, 6 years old, and we would sit through 2 or 3 shows. She's a music lover. We would see artists like Jackie Wilson, we'd see The Temptations, James Brown, and early on, those were my influences in terms of performance, and they were always dressed to the nines. Because I loved rock and roll, and I also, at the turn of when electronic music started coming on big, mostly in Europe, and I saw, growing up, I was in mostly bands, and we had 5-piece bands and 9-piece bands. But out of the UK, I started seeing these groups like Soft Cell and Kraftwerk who were able to make music with just 2 or 3 members. So at some point, I decided that I want to kind of combine the electronics with the funk. I would call it like Rick James meets Kraftwerk was the basic idea. And I met my partner David Frank, and we had like ideas, and we took it to the studio, and the first single we ever made was a big radio hit, In Times of Passion. And then our second single was a song called You're in My System, which, because we were so connected with the UK, an artist named Robert Palmer covered the record at the same time. So we had 2 versions of the records climbing the chart simultaneously.
Oh baby, you are in my system. I just want you to know that. You're in my system.
I was part of that early 80s hip-hop scene. You know, we performed in the movie Beat Street. So it was kind of a combination of the hip-hop that was going on in New York City at the time and the style and fashion that was going on in the UK, Culture Club and groups like that who were really pushing boundaries in terms of style. 1985 was Don't Disturb This Groove, 1985, 1986. There was really nothing around that time like it, a beat ballad, but deeply emotional and really beautiful chords. It was something like Earth, Wind and Fire, Stevie Wonder, but yet it had a rock reggae bass to it. Because of that and because of the lyric and the emotion that was in the song and the meaning of the song, it really permeated the hearts of everyone.
Losing fire and desire in this mortal soul to live till the angels fall from heaven. The day the earth stands still. Hang the sun upon the door. Don't disturb this groove. There's no way to say that I'm so into you. And the feeling's so real. Don't disturb this groove.
Okay, the shirt is Ito Napoli only because I love the color and that it was linen and it just felt fresh and vibrant, and it goes with black. It blows black out. So. The suit is Zara Men's. which, you know, every now and then you can find some at Zara Men's that's really great. And I love it because it has a simple, the cut of the pants, I love the way it pipes down. And the jacket has this border that I love. The shoes are Gianni Versace. I love the British boot. You know, I can't get away from that. I can't get enough of that. The Chelsea boot is my signature style. The necklace is a sentimental piece of love that I got from my wife, and of course the cross to always keep the Lord close. And this is just a flea market find. My rings, the rings, actually, there's a guy in Soho that I buy all my rings from who travels all over the world and finds these exotic stones and rubies and makes these rings. I have like 5 or 6 of his different rings that are always just beautiful. The silver bracelets, which I have so many silver bracelets that it's ridiculous, and sometimes I just tone it down because it gets to be too much. But this is a bracelet by a British designer who does all the stuff for U2. I think her name is Robin. She does all that stuff. And this is a skull bracelet. I used to be a little bit wilder, but now it seems because I'm more in, I deal with people more on social issues, so I'm blending my clothing and I have my rock gear and I have my everyday work gear, and I somehow try to blend it, but it gets difficult sometimes, you know, and I would say that in many ways my fashion sense has toned down a little bit, but I always have the little freak zone that I love.
So, if it's unique and it's fabulous, then it must be Harlem style. I'm Selena Hill.
There are times when you just feel it. These teams feel it, and they have a lot for which to praise.
Right now I'm going into my sophomore year of college at Georgetown University.
Now I'm going to be attending Farmingdale State College, studying applied mathematics.
I just graduated from law school at the University of Pennsylvania. I'm in the process of studying for the bar exam right now.
I'm currently touring with the hit Broadway musical, Motown the Musical.
So I want to say thank you for being the glue that kept many of us together.
Now you see why they praise. And in addition to giving glory to God, they all thank Vi Higginson. She created the Gospel for Teens choir, part of her Mama Foundation based in Harlem. And every one of these young people were members of the choir. The choir is well known, respected, giving these kids from Harlem the opportunity to travel the world.
When I came here, I was such a baby. And I grew so much here and was able to build my confidence where I'm able to stand here tall before you.
And that's what they do here. It's bigger than singing. Sure, they teach you how to use your voice to find your voice.
The Mama Foundation has been a stepping stone for me. It opened so many doors. It created so many opportunities. It helped me build my self-confidence. It helped me bring out my inner talent.
This day in the Harlem Brownstone, where for years Vi Higginson taught and lectured and was Mama Vi to so many, they came back because although they have expanded their wings, she has a message. They have a responsibility to Harlem, to their community.
We're having a reunion, what we call a homecoming, because the young people are here, have graduated from this program. They're part of the past, but we want them to be part of the future.
So Vi and her right-hand daughter, Noelle, welcomed home the flock, the sons and daughters who, through whether entertainment or various other career paths, are now ready to take on the world.
But the kids coming back home and saying it's home feels so good that you've created something, a safe haven, a special place for the kids to talk about throughout their entire life.
It got a little emotional, but how could you not feel it when the spirit moves you?
But at the end of the day, we were exposed to things that people our age were not exposed to. You know, we were set on a higher standard than others.
I never really fully knew how to use all of my gifts, and I think Dr. Patisse forced me to do that.
That's all the time we have for now, but join us next time on What's Eating Harlem. I'm Vanessa Tyler. See you uptown.
Closed captioning supported by Chocolat Restaurant Lounge, 2223 Frederick Douglass Boulevard, Harlem. Everyone eats at the bar at Chocolat. Late night weekend dining too. Chocolat Restaurant Lounge. What's Eating Harlem, funded in part by Cove Lounge. Situated in the heart of Harlem, it embodies the spirit and vitality of its community, delivering a unique blend of cool sophistication and urban edge. Urbani, barbecue sauce, chili sauce, mustard, infused with their pure truffles, all the way from Italy to New York to your grill, just in time for summer. Urbani, maker of the world's truffles, is a proud supporter of What's Eating Harlem.
To become a member of What's Eating Harlem, go to www.whatseatingharlem.com and sign up for special events like wine tastings and food tastings. Also, join us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. If you have any ideas for stories about Harlem, send them to info@whatseatingharlem.com.